The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 3,052, with 25 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 29 additional cases were reported with no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Rhiannon Trutanich. It's Tuesday, December 21st. President Joe Biden announced new plans to respond to the rapidly spreading Omicron variant. He says 500 million free at-home rapid tests will be provided to Americans beginning next month. They will be delivered by mail to those who request them via a website, which will launch in January. The president also announced that there will be new federal testing sites around the country, and 1,000 military doctors and nurses will be mobilized to overburdened hospitals. There are currently 175 troops spread over 4 states, and about 530 medical military personnel have been deployed to work alongside civilian healthcare providers since August. President Biden again emphasized the importance of getting vaccinated and boosted. He also gave a stark warning to those who still choose to remain unvaccinated, saying they are putting other people at risk, including their loved ones, and their choice is the difference between life and death. Omicron is now the dominant version of the coronavirus in the U.S., making up 73% of new infections last week. Just 1 month ago, Omicron made up only 3% of COVID-19 cases. Here in LA County, another 60 cases of Omicron were detected Monday. The county has seen more than 3,000 new daily cases for 4 days in a row. Overnight, the country had its first Omicron death, an unvaccinated Houston man who had underlying conditions. Numbers from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention showed a nearly 6-fold increase in Omicron infections over just 1 week. In some parts of the country, the percentages are much higher. More than 90% of new infections are of the Omicron variant in the New York area, the industrial Midwest, the Pacific Northwest, and the Southeast. The new variant has now made its way around at least 90 countries, and researchers are still trying to learn as much as they can about it. Meanwhile, Israel announced that it will ban travel to and from the U.S., Canada, Germany, and other countries in a bid to curb the spread of the coronavirus. This decision comes after 17 COVID-19 cases were detected on a single flight from Miami to Israel on Sunday. Kaiser Permanente donated more than $2.5 million worth of personal protective equipment and sanitation supplies to schools and community-based organizations in the Southland to help stop the spread of COVID-19. The healthcare provider gave protective gowns, masks, hand sanitizers, and sanitary wipes to vulnerable communities in LA and San Bernardino counties through a partnership with a nonprofit called supplybank.org. The donations were part of a nearly $22 million giving campaign to distribute the much-needed supplies in California, Oregon, and Washington. The largest local donation was made to the LA County Office of Education, which received more than 53,000 bottles of hand sanitizer and isolation gowns, more than 67,095 masks, and almost 15 million disinfectant wipes for 55 school districts. More desirable destinations are now on the highest risk category for travel. The CDC updated its COVID-19 travel advisories this week and added 8 new places to the list. It includes the world's #2 visited nation before the pandemic, Spain. In 2019, Spain received more international visitors than any other country in the world except France. The 7 other countries on CDC's Level 4 COVID-19 very high category are Bonaire, an island municipality of the Netherlands, Chad, Finland, Gibraltar, Lebanon, Monaco, and San Marino, a mountainous microstate surrounded by north-central Italy. The CDC places a destination at Level 4 when more than 500 cases per 100,000 residents are registered in the past 28 days. Spain, Finland, and Lebanon all moved up from level 3, and the tiny destinations in Europe, Gibraltar, Monaco, and San Marino, shot up to level 4 from an unknown risk category. They provide cautionary examples about traveling to places without reliable statistics. And the landlocked northern African nation of Chad had previously been at level 1, the low-risk category. In total, close to 90 countries were rated level 4 as of Monday. The Netherlands entered a strict new lockdown this week due to fear over the rapidly spreading Omicron variant. Indoor gatherings are now limited to a maximum of 2 guests per household until at least mid-January. That number is slightly extended around Christmas and New Year's Eve to 4 guests. Non-essential shops, hospitality venues, and cultural institutions will also be closed, and schools will remain shut until at least January 9th. Prime Minister Mark Rutte says the lockdown was unavailable because of the 5th wave that is coming at the country with the Omicron variant. He adds that failure to act now would likely lead to an unmanageable situation in hospitals. England is also battling a similar Omicron concern. The new variant now accounts for around 60% of COVID-19 cases. More than 90,000 new cases were reported across the UK in just one day, and the rapidly rising numbers led London Mayor Sadiq Khan to declare a major incident for the capital city. The UK has reintroduced some measures to mitigate the spread of the virus in recent weeks, including mask wearing in most indoor public venues and working from home. The government's Scientific Group for Emergencies is warning that if further measures are not taken very soon, COVID-19 hospital admissions could reach 3,000 a day in England. SpaceX is dealing with a COVID-19 outbreak. More than 130 employees tested positive for the virus, making SpaceX the site of the largest recent county-wide workplace outbreak. According to data from the LA County Public Health Department, the company currently accounts for almost 30% of workplace COVID-19 cases in the entire county. SpaceX employs about 6,000 people at its corporate headquarters in Hawthorne. This is the second time that one of Elon Musk's companies has had a COVID-19 outbreak. About 450 of the roughly 10,000 workers at Tesla's Fremont, California factory tested positive for COVID-19 in the earlier days of the pandemic in 2020. Musk is the CEO of both SpaceX and Tesla. At least 244 full-time City of LA employees are on unpaid leave this week after the city's mandate went into effect, requiring all municipal workers to get vaccinated. Slightly more than 80% of the city's employees complied with the mandate by the deadline, and another 1.33% stated that they are partially vaccinated. Another 2,500 part-time employees were either placed on unpaid leave or not scheduled to work after failing to comply with the vaccine mandate. Close to 2,800 exemption requests were filed as of Friday, but city officials say many are duplicates. All exemptions will be reviewed in the coming months. 3 city departments have a 100% vaccination rate: the Civil and Human Rights and Equity Department, the LA City Tourism Department, and the Public Accountability Department. The lowest vaccination rates include the Employee Relations Board at just 37.5% and the Department of Recreation and Parks at 63.39%. Expect stormy weather this Christmas. The National Weather Service Los Angeles says up to 3 inches of rain, up to 4 inches in the mountains are expected this week and into the weekend. Snow is also anticipated to fall at higher elevations. Forecasters are predicting gusty winds, further reducing visibility with possible whiteout conditions. They warn holiday travelers to prepare for winter driving conditions on mountain roads by packing chains, warm winter clothes, and extra food and water. The heaviest rainfall is expected to come Wednesday through Thursday. Mud and rock slides, along with flooding, are also likely to happen, so experts say drive with extreme caution. A 6.2 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Northern California rattled a wide region of our state yesterday afternoon. The quake took place just off Cape Mendocino near Humboldt County at 12:10 p.m. and was felt as far away as Chico and San Francisco, which is nearly 300 miles away. Humboldt County Sheriff William Hansel says they haven't felt a shake like this in more than 10 years. Emergency responders are assessing the damage but had no word of injuries. Broken glass at store windows were visible. The small grocery store in Ferndale, located just north of the earthquake's epicenter, had a lot of cleaning up to do after bread, cereal, and wine bottles fell in its aisles. The store owner says he's estimating the total damage to be around $15,000, adding that he has never felt an earthquake this long before. Fortunately, none of his 9 employees were hurt. And on another positive note, California's early earthquake warning system worked for those who signed up on their mobile devices. Sheriff Hansel says he received the alert about 10 to 15 seconds before feeling the earth shake. The state's Office of Emergency Services is actively monitoring and closely coordinating with local partners in the region to protect communities from any secondary impacts. The Torrance City Council will not meet tonight as it is a previously scheduled dark night. The next City Council meeting takes place on Tuesday, January 11th, 2022. With just 4 days left until Christmas, my dog Popeye and I wanted to help you count down with 12 days of Dogmas. Here are the latest tips on how to share this holiday with your Santa paws. Today, we are going to kick things off by opening Popeye's 12 Days of Christmas toy calendar. And today we are doing number 9. Oh, you're excited now. What is it? What is it? Oh, what is it? What do we have today? Adorable little candy toy. Oh, you like the crinkly, huh? Yeah. All right, there you go, buddy. Enjoy. So today we're going to be talking about another way to celebrate the holiday season with your festive Fido. Are you stressed out by the holiday season yet? Well, if you are, take a night off and just hang out with your dog. Curl up by the fireplace on a cozy blanket. Maybe put some Christmas movies on, bonus points if there is a dog in it, or just read a classic holiday story. Just a great way to enjoy time together during this wonderful time of year. Check back tomorrow for another idea. You can catch all of the episodes on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Torrance Citi Cable. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Check out this Dreamcatcher installation at the Del Amo Fashion Center. Discover Torrance and the Torrance Art Museum have been working together to inspire the community through an art program called Window. 5 artists will be chosen annually to present their artwork through the window of Discover Torrance, the city's official visitors bureau located inside the mall. Dietrich Charles is the first artist to participate and says the Dreamcatcher installation is an ode to her Choctaw ancestry. The hoops, wool, thread, and beads create a beautiful display that she hopes can instill calm and peace to anyone who stops by to observe it. Her wish is to provide a calming oasis within the art world and steer viewers toward a welcoming environment. What a wonderful way to slow down for a moment and take in the beauty that exists here in our city. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at COVID-19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. We'll see you back here tomorrow as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.